representing Duluth East Greyhounds. Starting with the goalkeeper, senior, number 20, Andrew Goldman. Midfield, junior, number 3, Grady Downs. Defense, senior, number 5, Aiden Olson. Forward, senior, number 6, David Wallerstein. Forward, senior, number 9, Anna Okoro. Midfield, senior, number 10, Jackson DeCumis. Midfield, senior, number 11, Kai Hoffman. Defense, senior, number 12, Drew Larkin. Defense, senior, number 18, Oscar Lindemann. Defense, senior, number 19, Beckett Sherman. And defense, sophomore, number 24, Callum Greenan. The Greyhounds assistant coaches are Adam Bichand, Nick Bremer, and Gus Nascimento. The head coach of the Duluth East Greyhounds is Corey Bichand. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our visitors to Wildcat Stadium today, the Duluth East Greyhounds. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Eagan Wildcats. The goalkeeper, senior number 1, Isaac Woodley. Midfield, junior number 2, Gabriel Frost. Defense, senior number 3, Captain Caden Larson. Midfield, senior number 4, Captain Donald Ty. Forward, junior number 9, Captain Brian Lennertz. Forward, junior number 10, Derek Sy. Midfield, junior number 11, Emilio Villasenor. Defense, senior number 12, Jacob Brasso. Midfield, senior number 18, Captain Nicholas Cron. Defense, senior number 21, Aiden Burns. And defense, senior number 22, Parker Jensen. The Wildcats assistant coaches are Dave Bland and Trevor Hemphill. The head coach of the Eagan Wildcats is Tim Foley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Eagan Wildcats. The officials for this non-conference game, the center referee is Soner Dogan. The assistant referees are Chris Jessen and Ryan Mellemans. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the national anthem will be played. The flag here at Wildcat Stadium is located at the north end of the stadium.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's like deja vu all over again. We've got Eagan High School varsity boys soccer action today coming to you from Wildcat Stadium against the visitors, the Duluth East Greyhounds. The Duluth East Greyhounds roll in having a 12-2 campaign last year, returning 16 seniors to this team. They're going to be taking on a Eagan Wildcat team that, as many of you know, have a substantial majority of players getting their first varsity action this week. And that's going to create a very interesting story. Hello, everybody. My name is Nathan Cron. I'm here with an ETV crew. We'll meet in just a few minutes as we look at this game moving forward, the Eagan Wildcats certainly have their work cut out for them. They are coming off a high, however. If you were able to join us yesterday, they did notch their first win of the season with a 1-0 victory, over the Cretin-Durham Hall Raiders. We're going to see the Wildcats in blue with white letters moving left to right as they come to the center for the coin toss. We had a little bit of a delay waiting for an official to get here. The Duluth East Greyhounds will be in all white with black and red trim. Speaking with head Duluth East coach Corey Bashand, this is a senior laden team. Their goal scoring is their strength. They return their top 3 scorers from last year. We're going to see Hoffman, Wallerstein, and Okoro today, and we're probably going to see quite a lot of them. They have 16 seniors, as I mentioned, on the field and on the team, meaning they're going to be strong, they're going to be well coached, and they're going to be physical. The style of play really for Coach Bashand is something that they believe that they have already got straightened out, but their back line still isn't quite set. And today, this will be Andrew Goldman, the senior goalkeeper. This will be his first start of the year, so we'll keep an eye on Mr. Goldman and see how he's doing. The lineup for the Duluth East Greyhounds, if you didn't already hear it in the pregame, Green and Sherman, Lindemann, Larkin, Olsen on the back line. You have Wallerstein and Okoro up front with Downs, Hoffman, and Descomas in the middle of the field. We'll get to the Eagan Wildcat lineup here just in a moment as we'll kick off. The center backs, you've got Burns and Jensen. You've got Larson and Brassow at the outside backs. Frost, Villasenor, Lennertz. And here comes, speaking of Lennertz, here's the junior captain himself. Comes through. Good challenge that time by Goldman, coming well out of his penalty area. Clean challenge. That's senior leadership. Many times that challenge leads to a potential collision and the ball's not taken, but nicely done by Goldman that time. To reset the lineup, we've got Frost, Lennertz, Villasenor, and Ty in the midfield with Cron and Sy up top at the forward position. Here's Villasenor with it. Dances through 2 or 3 defenders, has an opportunity. Left foot, slides it wide.
Number 11, Villasenor wide of the goal. Goal kick, Duluth East.
And we're going to see the Wildcats moving players around a little bit still. Talking to Coach Tim Foley earlier this week, he still hasn't quite figured out exactly where to put players. As you know, there were some lineup changes heading into the Cretin-Durham Hall game that seemed to work out fairly well, although you had some players still figuring out where they needed to be. And certainly with as much inexperience as there is on the pitch, all of these players are going to have, and here's a run. Is that VSC? That's Peyton Jensen, excuse me. It's Peyton Jensen with his left foot.
Shot taken, number 7. Peyton Jensen.
Check that. I want to make one correction from the starting lineup here. In fact, Peyton Jensen is playing and starting at forward along with Derek Sy. Peyton Jensen, one of the 3 sophomores on this roster. And already center referee Sonor Dogan having a word with Emilio Villasenor. I'd like to think that there isn't too much dissent this early in the game. Hoffman, number 11, one of the leading scorer, returning here for the Duluth East Greyhounds. Here's a cross coming into the box. Coro, check that. That was Descomas with it. Slides out. That's the Duluth East first shot of the game, not on target. And Isaac Woodley, the senior goalkeeper, will restart us with a goal kick. Coro. He's looking for a shot. Watched there by Jensen. Jensen, nice job there. Now needs to use his body. Does a nice job playing to safety. Last year, Hoffman netted 16 goals for these Duluth East Greyhounds, and Okoro had 13 assists. So if you were looking for patterns, you might think that Okoro was setting up Hoffman quite a lot last year, and Wallerstein chipped in, chipped in 6 goals, as we have an offsides call here against Duluth East. Looking at the statistics, yep, Wallerstein had 6 goals last year in a 12-2 campaign for the Duluth East Greyhounds. So this is going to be a substantial test for these Eagan Wildcats. Launched forward for Cy. We've got a handball there somewhere, but referee is going to allow play to continue. Not sure. I didn't see an advantage signal, so I'm not sure what the referee saw, but in any event, we will have a foul against the Wildcats. Far side assistant referee is Chris Jessen. And the near side assistant referee is Ryan Mellemans. Here's Wallerstein out the far side. And the ball is played safely by Villasenor out. Donald Ty stepping up to challenge. Ball's taken off Hoffman's foot. It's tapped, sent ahead for Cy. Cy plays it forward. Jensen able to run onto it. Unfortunately, just rolled off his feet. Duluth East getting back defensively very, very well there, transitioning from offense to defense very, very quickly. Burns having his hands full there with Wallerstein. And we're going to have a foul on Jacob Brassow. Brassow came in yesterday against Creek-Durham Hall at the outside back position with Donald Ty moving to the center defensive mid position, and Brassow played very well yesterday in some of his first extended varsity action.
On the kick for the Greyhounds, Jackson.
Not always easy to play in that outside back role. You're often on an island by yourself, but Brassow made some good decisions yesterday. Ball gets played in to the Eagan penalty area and goes harmlessly wide for a goal kick. Duluth East going with 4 in the back, 4 in the midfield, and 2 up front. Although their midfield is in something of a diamond formation. Their back line is also in something of a diamond formation. So we'll have to see how that sets up. Aiden Olson now playing the sweeper type position. And of course, as I say that now, they switch spots. Another free kick.
Wildcats, free kick, Greyhounds.
Another free kick here for the Greyhounds coming from about 50 yards out. Ball sent in well. Nicely done there by Olson. Woodley gets it out quickly. The Wildcats not able to control. Nicely played there by Frost. Villasenor finds Lennartz. Lennartz again got wrong-footed. Happened to him a couple times yesterday where he'd get wrong-footed by one of his teammates' passes. Frost has it taken off his foot. That time by Descomas. Coro outside. Now Hoffman on the overlap. He's got Jensen. Jensen, a big body, very fast. And Frost will watch Okoro. That's a kick. But they're not going to call a foul there.
Goal kick upcoming for the Wildcats.
Wildcats may have been fortunate there. Looked like there was some contact for Okoro. But Jensen with the follow-through. Center referee obviously feeling that no foul, no foul. May have been contact, but no foul. The ball played out, and Duluth East will have a corner.
Corner kick coming for Duluth East. This will be the first of the game for the Greyhounds. Moving over to take the kick from the far side, Jackson DeCumas, number 10.
DeCumas will take the kick. Okoro in near the near post. Sherman lurking with Hoffman on the back post. Ball comes floating in. Ball's down. The shot hits the post. Slides outside. I think that's going to be, yep, it's going to be a goal kick. But nicely done that time. Certainly a shot on frame. Their second shot, first shot on frame for Duluth East.
Goal kick, Wildcats.
Wildcats need to claim those balls when they're on the ground. As Woodley launches it forward, looking for Sy. And Larkin called for the foul on Sy. Got a foul here on the Greyhounds. So we're going to see Villasenor stand over a free kick from about 30 yards out.
Villasenor, number 11 on the kick.
He's going to look for someone in the middle. Wildcats, not a lot of height. Big, strong team here for the Duluth East Greyhounds. Lots of height. You like their chances in the air on these free kicks. Hoffman there watched by Sy. Villasenor tries to take it away. Villasenor is going to pressure Hoffman and playing it back. Smartly done. Switched the field very well that time. Downs with it on the outside. Chips it ahead. Burns with it. Gets a touch, but can't do much with it. And an offsides call on Okoro. A second offsides call against Duluth East.
Offside, Greyhounds. A direct free kick for the Wildcats.
Jensen hoofs it forward. It's played there by and eventually down to Hoffman's feet. Plays it across. Villasenor going to do what he can. Nice job, nice control there. Gets the ball over to Lennartz. Lennartz has an opportunity, chips it ahead. Was looking for Jensen or Sy. Now the ball falls to Sy on his left foot. He'll put a shot on goal. Nicely done by Derek Sy. Didn't trouble Goldman that much, but I suppose every save you have to make is a save you have to make. Certainly a positive development here for the Eagan Wildcats. Nice step by Burns there. Lennartz with it in the middle. Frost leaves it for Larson. Larson manages to get by Downs. Larson serves it in. Though Sy was standing next to him. A little miscommunication there. You'd like to see if you're going to serve it in, you like to have Sy in there with Jensen. Create some opportunities for yourselves. Okoro now on the far side of the field. Leaves it for Wallerstein. Wallerstein dances by Burns. Takes it into the box. Burns with a nice shoulder to shoulder. Ty with it. Now Villasenor is going to watch the midfield. Another switch. Duluth is doing a nice job of switching the field. Up and that contact there. No foul.
Two substitutions for the Wildcats into the game. Nathan Mckinnon, number 16.
Nate Mckinnon and Jack Joseph coming in for the outside back positions. Mckinnon will be on the near side of the field. Jack Joseph on the far side of the field. Some contact there with Downs on the overlap, although Downs didn't protest too much. Judged a fair challenge. Throw-in comes into Frost. It's turned over, though, to Duluth East. Mckinnon there is going to watch it and earn the foul. Second foul now on the Greyhounds. Wildcats need to get organized. There were open players here on the pitch for that throw-in. Cy doing a nice job trying to flick it over to his teammates. Still at it. Villasenor is going to have it. He's going to play the way he's faced. Over to Burns. Burns going to send it out. Dummy by Jensen. Overlap run by Joseph. Joseph serves it in. Looks like it's going to go out for a corner, and it will. This will be Egan's first corner of the game.
Corner kick upcoming for the Wildcats. This will be their first.
Wildcats have not done a great job.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Nicholas Cron, number 18, is in.
Cron coming in for Burns at the center back position. Position that Cron played all of 2019. And here's the first corner for the Wildcats. It squirts into the box. It's played out. Ty had an opportunity. Mishit. And that's going to be a foul. I think we're going to have, we're going to have a booking. Yeah, we're going to have a booking. Joseph, who has just come onto the field in the first 15 minutes. Joseph given the caution for breaking up the promising attack. Certainly an understandable call given the way that the Greyhounds were breaking from that corner. So nothing in the challenge, but breaking up a promising attack will draw a caution. Clock is stopped with 25:10 here to go in the first half.
Play resumes with a free kick for Duluth East.
Another conversation. Center referee Soner Dogan having a conversation with Grady Downs, number 3 for the Greyhounds. I think he's telling him he either saw something he didn't like, or he wanted to let him know that he was seeing something that Grady Downs had been complaining about. Here's a great run by Downs. Here's a great run by Downs and by Gill. Ball comes wide. Oh, and it's scooped up by Woodley. That time, Discomas had a nice opportunity. Tried to slide it over. Woodley able to snag it. And Caden Larson did come in for Joseph. Joseph's going to check back in here in just a moment. You wonder if Coach Foley, by having senior captain Cron coming back at center back, is making a calculation that he's looking to set up more defensively. Certainly Cron's going to have a substantial amount of that athleticism and experience from the center back position to be able to hopefully lock down Okoro and Hoffman and some of these great scorers that the Greyhounds do have. And ball comes in and it's going to go for a deeper throw here for Mckinnon. Would really like some of these throw-ins to find feet. Sometimes they're just finding space, not necessarily getting control of it. You saw there, the Hoffman flicks it away. Ty's going to try to control. Going to send it over to Cron. Cron's going to step over. He's going to find one of his teammates. It's intercepted. Okoro trying to make new friends on the far side of the field. Referee letting him know that while friendship is always a good thing, putting your arms around the player as he's moving is probably not so good. Free kick for the Wildcats. Cron sends it forward, and it rolls to Goldman. Still 0-0 here for the Wildcats and the Greyhounds. Ball gets hoofed forward. Okoro's going to try to flick it on. Cron's going to flick it back. Villasenor comes to Villasenor. Now Okoro stepping back. Now Hoffman with it. He's going to try to send it forward. This is Joseph. There's going to be a foul there. Nothing in that. Legs got tangled. The assistant referee didn't think it was a foul. He didn't raise his flag, but the center did. And Jack Joseph is getting his last warning, although I think that might have been a bit of a harsh call. I mean, both players were just running and the feet got tangled. Fans and supporters for the Greyhounds maybe asking if Joseph deserves another yellow, but for me, that nothing in that. Certainly not as blatant as the last booking. Okoro's going to send it towards goal and over goal. Might have split the uprights of the football uprights, and Woodley will put us in play here with a goal kick. And we're going to see Caden Larson come on for Jack Joseph. Apparently, Coach Foley with a yellow card and a talking to by the referee. Coach Foley doesn't want to risk losing a player going down to 10 men. Nice step there by Joseph, to his credit. Didn't give up on his aggressiveness there. Jensen with it. He's going to have it taken off of his feet. Nice tackle there. Oh, and the referee's going to say that tackle was improper.
Foul call on the Wildcats. Free kick, Greyhounds upcoming.
Fouls are starting to stack up for the Wildcats. That's 5 for the first half so far in the first less than 20 minutes, compared to the Duluth East Greyhounds with only 2 fouls. Speed and athleticism here for the Duluth East Greyhounds are going to cause problems for these Wildcats. They're going to have to do a good job of anticipating where the ball is going to go and trying to beat the ball rather than react and potentially draw fouls. Hoffman stands over it, sends it on net, or sends it towards the net, I should say, and it floats wide. Still only 2 shots for the Wildcats. 3 shots for the Greyhounds. That was Greenan in the middle. McKinnon's watching Hoffman, I believe, out there. Hoffman serves it in. Falls to Okoro. Nice dummy. Oh, and he missed. He absolutely was. I believe that was Wallerstein. Oh, he wants that one back. It was Wallerstein. He missed. Oh, my goodness. Okoro did a dummy. Beautiful play by Okoro. Falls to Wallerstein. Wallerstein has a right foot from probably 12 yards out, basically on the penalty spot, and just slid it wide. You can see his reaction, very upset with himself. Okoro intercepts. I think we're going to have an offside call here. We do have an offside call here on the Greyhounds. Their third. Yeah, Cron playing center back as he did as a sophomore for all of his sophomore season for the varsity team. That clearly seems to be a message from Coach Foley that he's setting up to try to keep this game low scoring. Ty with it. It's going to roll off Ty's foot. I think we're going to have a throw here for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds take it quickly. And a great play that time by the Greyhounds and by Cron on defense. Woodley with a nice job coming off of his line. Despite the fact that there's the common perception that you can't play the ball on the ground, that is in fact not the rule. You can play the ball on the ground. You simply cannot play the ball on the ground in a dangerous manner, which is why I believe that was Lindemann, if I'm not mistaken, playing the ball on the ground. But again, as long as it's not done in a dangerous manner, he's perfectly empowered to do that. Check that was Beckett Sherman, I believe, number 19. Jacob Tran coming onto the field. Michael Johnson, one of the other sophomores, coming onto the field as well. Nice step by Tran. Jensen has it skitter off his foot. Ty with it. Hackenmuller with it. Davis Hackenmuller plays it by. The ball comes with a sliding tackle. Comes out. Nice play there by Descomas. Hackenmuller, also one of the sophomores playing here for Coach Foley. Oh, there's a strike by Cy out of nowhere. Oh, my goodness. Nice save by Goldman. That's their third shot of the game. Their second on goal. It's going to go for a corner. But, oh, my. That really developed out of nowhere. It was played in, almost looked harmless. And then on the volley, Cy sent it goalward. I think it caught everybody in the entire park on surprise. The ball's down. Oh, and it slides wide. Jensen had the ball on his foot, but just couldn't get his body turned to be able to steer that on goal, as Goldman had gone up for it. Bit of a nervy moment there for the Greyhounds. Hackenmuller's corner did a nice job of floating in with just the right amount of speed. Coro with it now. He's going to put his left foot onto it. Nice save by Woodley. Nicely done by Isaac Woodley, the senior goalkeeper. Woodley's going to have to step up big. This is, again, a team from Duluth East that brought a lot of goal scoring with it from last season. And so Woodley's going to be tested.
Their second. From the near side, number 10, Jackson Tecumseh on the kick.
Tecumseh with the kick. Let's see what the Greyhounds have up their sleeves now. Ball comes in flat, nice and low. It's played out by, I think, Jensen. It's going to be a corner kick from the opposite side.
Awarded to the Greyhounds.
A little over 15 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Still 0-0.
Number 10, Jackson Tecumseh on the kick.
Tecumseh again going to take the kick now, this time from the far side. So it'll be an outswinger with his right foot. Wildcats definitely need to mark. Ball was played into the zone, into the box. I wasn't sure if anybody got a foot to that. Davis Hackenmuller trying to get a little bit of extra yardage that time. Referee Soner Dogan says, no, not quite that far. I'm going to back you up. And the ball goes out for a throw. Nice play there by Tran, taking the ball off of Coro and winning the throw. Looks like Cron's going to take the throw as well. Ball played back into the middle. Ty's going to battle Hoffman with it. Hoffman with a major size advantage. Ball squirts through. Comes across. Left for Hoffman. Saved by Woodley. Oh, what a brilliant right-hander for Isaac Woodley. It's played to safety. Oh, my. What a play by Isaac Woodley. That's another opportunity, really, I wouldn't say missed for Duluth East. They put it on frame. That was just a magnificent save. You wonder as this game goes on, as Thompson with it to the outside, now leaves it for Hoffman. Okoro now with the overlap. Tran there, watching Okoro. Now Tran. Greenan with it, sends it across. Discomas with it, has it taken off his foot by Larson, but it's out of bounds. You have to wonder if, as this game progresses, does Duluth East become a little more frustrated by the either the pace of play or the lack of scoring. I think they would have expected to have scored certainly by now. They've had a couple of good opportunities. Hoffman deflected off of either Tran or Larson. But you wouldn't say the Wildcats are parking the bus. They have Cy and Jensen up front. And they've had a few shots. They're certainly going to rely on Cy and Jensen. Oh, it skitters off his foot and heads out to the right. Derek Cy definitely would like that one back.
For the Greyhounds.
So to finish the thought, I think, Coach, it appears the Wildcats aren't necessarily parking the bus. They're still trying to get forward, but they're going to be coming forward with more quick counters and through balls rather than with build-up play. Hackenmuller now at the center attack midfielder position. Moved to the middle as Jacob Tran came in to relieve him. Attempt by Johnson to get it across to Tran was intercepted. And as we approach 10 minutes to go in the half, it's still 0-0, which, based on what you see on paper, you wouldn't think would be the case. Mckinnon doing a nice job there shielding the ball. Was not aware that somebody else was there. And Thompson took it off his foot. Here's a good ball into Hoffman. Hoffman ships it, and it goes wide.
Goal kick Wildcats. Number 10, Jackson DeCumas.
Check that. That was Jackson DeCumas, number 10, not number 11, Hoffman, with that chip. Had an opportunity. Nice job again by Woodley coming out to play that ball to interrupt the shooter and his opportunities.
Back in Jacob Brasso, number 12.
Jacob Brasso is going to come in, as we'll see Nate McKinnon leave.
Going off, number 16, Nathan McKinnon.
Coach Batchend indicating this Duluth East team is not his 2018 state title game team, but has the ability to be very, very good if it stays healthy and its seniors can perform as he expects them to perform. I asked him before the game what he wanted to see today, and he really wanted to see possession, which is interesting because if I'm honest, I don't think that Duluth East has maintained a lot of possession. Not to say that they haven't had possession, but I haven't seen a lot of possession play in the center of the park or even out wide. It's really been an opportunity to push the ball forward for Hoffman and Okoro and Wallerstein. So the center referee having a conversation with one of the Duluth East players regarding I believe the call here. Let's see what Cy, Tran have up their sleeves. Cy's going to hoof it forward. And really wasted opportunity there.
Goal kick for the Greyhounds.
It's a work in progress sometimes for these Wildcats on their set piece plays. It's not to say that they can't score off a corner or a free kick, but right now we just haven't developed that continuity. Nice play by Tran. Excuse me, Ty. That was Donald Ty. Tran with it to the outside. Well done there by Johnson. Larson stepping up. Nicely done. It's very good with that right foot. Looking for Jensen. Up. And I think we're going to have a booking here as well.
Foul on Duluth East.
Yep.
The clock is stopped for a yellow card caution. Yellow card is against Duluth East. Number 6, David Wallerstein. The time of the yellow card is 31.
Wallerstein's going to get booked there for the trip.
On the Greyhounds, number 6, David Wallerstein, the time 31:36.
Center referee Sonar Dogan doing a nice job of certainly trying to control the game to make sure this game does not get out of hand. Not a lot in that. No intent there. But I think the ruling would be that broke up quite the promising attack, and it certainly did, as Larson had him beaten. It falls to Cy, and it skitters off. It's blocked. It will go for a corner. Eagan's second corner. It was a nice ball in. We'll see if Hackenmuller can put this into the mixer. As Brassow comes into crowd Goldman. And there's going to be a foul on the Wildcats. Some sort of push or shove in the box. Direct kick foul for the Wildcats.
Foul called on the Wildcats. Free kick.
First, it was identified by the assistant referee here on the near side. Ryan Mellemans couldn't, at first, because his flag went up, I couldn't tell if it was an offsides call or whether it was a foul. And that's going to be an easy call. That's going to be an easy call for the center referee as well. Arms around the defender by the attacker are going to be easy calls in the attacking third. Cron's free kick goes right to Duluth East. Definitely one he would like back. And there's another easy foul. Brassow through the back of downs. Nothing in that. Two players falling, one player falling onto the other and losing his balance. Brassow has to be careful.
On the kick is
Aiden Olsen, the senior defender, is going to come forward. Senior defender captain is going to come forward and send this towards the box. And it's headed on goal, but Isaac Woodley, again, makes a meal of it. Takes care of it. Sends it forward, finds Derek Cy. Cy to Larson. Larson plays it ahead to Cy. Can Cy get there? He is going to be able to get there. He's going to have an opportunity here. Right foot, and it's in! A sneaky little shot by Derek Cy. And the celebration. Oh my. Cy in the 34th minute. From Larson. And the Wildcats improbably have a 1-0 lead with less than 6 minutes to go in the first half. Now, we talked earlier about Derek Cy and his sneaky little shots that seemed to get on goal. I'm not sure that anybody thought that ball was going to get anywhere close to the goal, or certainly would go wide. Instead, it found the right corner. Goal is Cy from Larson in the 34th minute. And the Wildcats are flying right now. Hackenmuller with it. Hackenmuller's going to win the throw. And the substitute's going to come in for the Wildcats. Jacob Tran will depart. I think we're going to see Evan Siljan.
For the Wildcats.
And we will.
Number 15, Evan Siljan, going out. Number 19,
Evan Siljan, out injured yesterday, did not feature in the Cretin-Durham Hall victory. He's going to come in for Tran and play midfield.
Scoring for the Wildcats, number 10, Derek Cy. The assist, number 3, Caden Larson. In the 35th minute, the time of the
Silgen's
fourth,
pass
34
finds
minutes,
via
2
Senior.
seconds.
Check that, that's Ty.
Wildcats goal scored by
Nice
Derek
ball up
Sy,
to
the
Hackenmuller.
assistant
Hackenmuller has it
Thompson,
taken off his
time
foot.
34:02.
Defensively, I think we're going to have a foul here on the Wildcats. So despite the fact that the Wildcats have substantially more fouls than the Duluth East Greyhounds, they still lead 1-0.
Free kick, Duluth East.
I think if you're the Wildcats, you have to be absolutely thrilled with this result so far, as Hackenmuller takes the free kick, tries to control, but Hackenmuller much smaller than his opponent, was going to lose that battle of physics quite often. Play back for Woodley. Woodley's going to have to get it up quickly. And referee's going to get a push there.
Foul on the Greyhounds, a free kick for the Wildcats.
Now the pressure really has to mount on the Greyhounds. This is definitely not the result that they would have expected. Second free kick by Tran goes right to the Greyhounds. Needs to put a little more air on those. They're a little too flat. It comes forward to Sy. Has it taken off his head. As Ty misplays it. Okoro is going to have it here in the middle. Greyhounds breaking. Intercepted nicely by Jensen. Plays for Hackenmuller. Hackenmuller is going to take a turn. Step right past everyone. Sy with it. He's going to slow it down. He's going to take an opportunity here. He's got Silgen on the outside. Was looking for him. I think a little bit of indecision there from Sy. Either he was going to go to, wasn't sure if he was going to goal or if he was going to give it to Silgen, and in the end, it was deflected out.
Substitutions, one for each team. For the Wildcats, Ryan Leonards, number 9, back in.
Leonards is going to come on for Hackenmuller.
For the Greyhounds, number 19, Beckett Sherman back in the game.
Beckett Sherman's going to come back in, and Lindemann is going to exit for the Greyhounds. We at ETV would like to thank everybody watching us from up north. Understand that parents and supporters can't always make it down here to the Twin Cities for a game, especially on a Friday at 4 o'clock. So thanks very much for tuning in. We're doing the best we can to get the names right. Apologies ahead of time if we're having a little bit of a challenge. Sy with a nice turn. He's going to look for his teammates. Leonards was up front. Now Sy's going to play it back, slow it down. Find Brassau. Brassau over back to Sy. Got Villasenor in the middle. Tran at the far side. It's going to be watched there by Okoro. And it's going to go out of bounds. Contact by both players. No call there. Everyone needs to be careful. Everyone needs to be careful.
Whistle foul called on the Greyhounds. Free kick Wildcats.
Greyhounds called for the foul.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
Less than a minute to go here in the first half. Hoffman having a discussion with the center referee. They didn't like that call. I think the distinction would be that maybe they came in with studs up. It's a little bit hard to tell from this angle or from this distance.
The direct free kick Wildcats.
But in the end, it's a kick from 70 yards out. Tran puts air under it this time. Did not quite get where he wanted it to get to. Leonard's watching. Playing defense there. It's going to skitter out. Brassau's going to have a throw. Ball kids provided by Eagan Wave Soccer Club, excuse me. Nice to have those ball kids after yesterday. Woodley's going to have the ball there, and we're going to go to halftime. Halftime with the score 1-0 to Eagan. That's right, the Wildcats leading the Duluth East Greyhounds 1-0 here in the first half. Goal by Derek Sy in the 34th minute from Caden Larson. And the Wildcats are having the sun shining. And we'll be back very shortly with the second half.
One goal scored in the first half, that by the Wildcats in the 35th minute. The goal scored by number 10, Derek Sy. The assist to number 3.
Thanks, everybody. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where the Eagan Wildcats are leading. That's right, they're leading the Duluth East Greyhounds 1-0 at the half. Goal by Derek Sy in the 34th minute has put the Wildcats ahead. And we're going to see what the Wildcats have here in the second half, as the Duluth East Greyhounds, certainly with their senior-laden team and their talent and their speed, probably did not anticipate being down at the half to a team that has played not always great soccer this year, but I have to say, having seen all of the soccer from this Wildcat team this year, that was clearly the Wildcats' best half of soccer. Question is that for a young team, can they maintain that pace? Can they do the same thing that they've been doing? Wildcats will be kicking us off, moving right to left on your television screen, as Sy puts it in play. Center referee playing advantage, as clearly Hackenmuller had fouled someone, but we're not going to get that foul as long as Duluth East maintained possession. Here's Hoffman sliding through. Oh, and Hoffman deked out Woodley and scores in the first minute of the game. Minute of the half. And that's what you would expect from Hoffman. He scored 16 last year. A breakdown by the Wildcat defense. And an excellent play by Hoffman, giving the assist to Jackson DeComba. Apologies for the first half. We were given a mispronunciation of DeComba's name, so we were having a little challenge with it. See if we can do better here moving forward. And just like that, it's 1-1.
Number 11, Kai Hoffman. The assist to number 10, Jackson DeComba.
Frost plays it out.
The time of the goal, 40 minutes, 33 seconds. The Greyhounds goal scored by Kai Hoffman.
Strikers are, to reset your lineup, Cron has come back in at forward
33.
With Sy, with Villasenor, Frost, Hackenmuller, and Ty in the midfield. Cron almost stepping on his teammate there, dancing around. Nicely done. Villasenor with it. Plays it for Hackenmuller. Hackenmuller controls. Flicks it over. Falls for Ty. Ty's going to have to make a quick decision. Jensen and Burns are back to being your center backs, with Larson and Brassow on the outside. Villasenor trying to get too cute. I'm not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Needs to do a better job of making sure his teammates... Oh, as Larson turns it over. Larson turns it over to Wallerstein. Creates a break. Ty unable to deal with Wallerstein. Nothing there. Contact, but nothing there. Frost cleans it up. Now finds Hackenmuller. Sy gets onside. Here's a run by Cron. And it's going to roll in for Gorman. It's Gorman. Oh, Gorman misplays the ball. Cron shoots it across, and it's in for a goal. Oh, Nicholas Cron opens up a present on Christmas and finds a goal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Goldman with a mistake. He probably didn't anticipate quite that much pressure. Cron faster than most on that field. And right now, the Duluth East Greyhounds, everybody near the midfield is standing there with their hands on their hips, wondering what the heck just happened. Reminiscent of Cron's play last year on the varsity hockey team against Farmington, where on the penalty kill by pressing created a goal. Nicely done there by Cron. It's a discussion being had by somebody on the far side. I don't know if it's a blood issue or what. Cron with his second of the year will have to get the assist here in a moment. The ball's going to roll out of bounds here for the Greyhounds. Wildcats might be able to catch the Greyhounds here on their heels.
Wildcats, an unassisted goal scored by number 18.
There's an unassisted goal. Unassisted goal as it came off of Goldman's hands. Goldman certainly would love to have that one back. He's played well in this game, but certainly not the kind of goal that you would expect the senior goalkeeper to give up. (2-1) now Wildcats. Cy tries to find Hackenmuller. Hackenmuller looking for some daylight. Here, he's still going. Hackenmuller now in the penalty area. He's going to serve it in with his left foot. Ball's going to get played out. Hackenmuller's going to battle there, giving up a major size advantage to the Duluth East Greyhounds defense.
Duluth East back in the game, Evan Tomzak, number 7.
Aiden Burns big and strong, doing his best to shield Okoro. Okoro, though, dances away. Okoro holding on to the ball, sends it out wide. It's taken there by Ty. Nicely done by Donald Ty, stepping into that role and pressuring the ball. Wildcats have to do a good job here of making sure they don't get scored on here quickly. The big shot that time. Big shot by Hoffman. Oh my. So Cron in the 47th minute has given the Wildcats a lead. And we're going to see what can be created here for the Duluth East Greyhounds. Again, if Duluth East came into the game expecting to possess the ball a lot, I don't know that they've achieved that goal. They simply have. They've been dangerous on the attack, and they've played good soccer, but I wouldn't say that they've possessed the ball. I think we're going to have some substitutions here. Looks like Joseph's going to come on.
Substitutions, both teams. 2 for Duluth East. A change at the goalkeeper position onto the field is number 1, Eli Kramer. Also for the Greyhounds, David Wallerstein, number 6, back in. Going out, Evan Tomzak, number 7. 2 substitutions for the Wildcats. Jack Joseph, number 8.
Goldman's going to be replaced
Jensen, number 7,
by Kramer. Peyton Jensen and Jack Joseph are going to come on for the Wildcats. As Cron's going to slide back to center back. Jensen's going to take his spot up front. And as I said, the Duluth East Greyhounds remove Wallerstein and Goldman, and Kramer's going to come in. Kramer, another senior goalkeeper. Goldman extremely upset with himself, throwing his gloves on the far side. You can certainly understand why.
On the Wildcats, it's a free kick for the Greyhounds.
Duluth East Greyhounds play tomorrow Minneapolis Washburn in Duluth. And then next Tuesday they play at Anoka. Wildcats play next Tuesday at Bloomington Kennedy, and then conference play on September 9th against Rosemount here at Wildcat Stadium. A free kick here for the for the Greyhounds. Ball sent out. Hackenmuller is going to pressure the ball. Here's Villasenor stepping through. Somebody in a blue shirt needs to get on this ball. Joseph playing on a yellow card. He's going to have to be careful. Here's Cron. Ball comes flying all the way through the penalty area. He's going to run out the far side. And the Wildcats will have a throw. Cy with it. He's going to have a lot of green grass in front of him. He's going to do what he can here to keep going. He does. Left foot by Derek Cy. It's deflected on the way in. And Kramer's going to do a good job of getting over to that to make sure that Jensen doesn't come up with it. Drop kick there by Kramer. One by Joseph to Hackenmuller. Like to see Hackenmuller find feet with these balls. Hackenmuller just slides a little bit left of where Cy needed it. Although, to be fair to Hackenmuller, both forwards were standing effectively still. I'd like to see some more diagonal runs. Coach Foley talked to us in midweek and described the need to be to be making diagonal runs. Cron chips it forward to Cy. Villasenor tries to find Cy. Can't go through the roadblock that was Beckett Sherman. Sherman, a big physical presence out there in the defensive midfield. And again, the Greyhounds probably frustrated, starting the half with a goal in the first minute by Hoffman, dribbling absolutely around everyone, including Isaac Woodley, but the Wildcats striking back just a few minutes later. Definitely want to see the Wildcats remain aggressive when they have the ball. Woodley's going to come off his line, pick that up. Like to see Woodley get everyone organized before he launches the ball towards center. Frost is going to battle there. Frost is several inches shorter than the Duluth East player that was there. Ball's going to make it to the outside. Go for a throw. Joseph's going to have an opportunity. He's going to try to put some air under it. Hackenmuller's going to try to control it. Jensen with it. Jensen's going to body up, try to distribute. Joseph steps over the ball. Joseph's got to do a good job there of running that ball down. The ball's still on the line. Now it goes out of bounds. Joseph's making up for his mistake by getting possession back and making sure that that throw is deep for the Greyhounds. Ball stayed on the line a long, long time. But I definitely don't want to see the Wildcats, definitely do not want to see the Wildcats look passive, or the football equivalent would be the prevent defense. There is still 30 minutes of soccer to go. They need to be aggressive. They need to keep playing the way they've played. Jensen pressuring, and the ball goes out. Back to Brassau. Looks for Cy. Can't find him. Ty with it. Ty comes off his foot. Ty's going to launch it towards goal. Prodigious effort there by Donald Ty.
Shot taken, number 4, Donald Ty, out of bounds. Goal kick upcoming, Duluth East.
Egan's second shot towards the net. Only one on goal. The goal scored by Cron in the 47th minute. Likewise, the Duluth East Greyhounds have 2 shots, 1 on goal. Their goal by number 11, Kai Hoffman, who found the ball. Cron with it. He's going to send it forward, safety first. And I think this is the type of possession that the Greyhounds wanted to have. A 360-degree type of possession. But as you can see on the screen, there is space. There is space between the Duluth East players and the blue defenders, the Wildcat defenders. And what have we here? It's like we're going to have either, I think it's a handling offense.
So
foul for the Wildcats. About 18 yards out, even with the edge of the penalty area. Dangerous position here for the Wildcats. It's a nice strike that went well over the bar. Real frustration. I think that was Hoffman. Real frustration for him. Have to be very impressed with the contributions here in the midfield. Graduating so many good seniors last year, the Wildcats really needed to fill in that midfield area. Johnson, Hackenmuller, Villasenor, Ty, Leonards, they've all done a good job today of playing in that role.
Johnson, number 13, and Jacob Tran, number 19.
I want to mention our sponsors for Wildcat Soccer. Eagan Arms Public House, the Eagan Hockey Association, Wave Soccer Club, Elite Feet Training, Minnesota Orthodontics, and Summit Orthopedics are the platinum sponsors for Eagan Soccer this season. We thank those sponsors for their sponsorship. Coro is going to get by looks like there's going to call. Not sure if we're going to have a foul here or if he's simply going to be talking to someone. We'll have to see what he does here. May have a bloody nose or a cut. I think that's what's going on. The clock continues to run. I thought the referee had signaled to stop the clock.
Substitution for Duluth East. Zach Peterson, number 17, back in.
Less than 27 minutes now remaining in the half. Deep free kick here for the Duluth East Greyhounds. Ball comes serving in, looking for Hoffman. It's played away by Larson. Sy has it. He's back to it. Sy is going to have to fight with, and that's going to be definitely a foul on Sy.
Foul called on the Wildcats. Free kick for the Greyhounds.
Sy doing what he can to influence where the ball is placed. We're going to have a two-man Eagan wall. This is where it's very dangerous. Ball gets played down the side. Here's an opportunity for the Greyhounds, and it's in the net. Oh, a set-piece play. The Wildcats got caught napping. Nobody came out. No one came out to play. I could not see who that was. DeCombo was with the free kick. And I could not pick up who that was on the far side. We'll get that here in just a moment. But the Wildcats got caught napping, and the Duluth East Greyhounds worked their magic on a free kick to level this game at 2 apiece. Check it. It was Decombo with it, with the goal. Aiden Olson with the assist.
The assist. Number 5, Aiden Olson, in the 54th minute. The time of the goal is 53 minutes, 51 seconds. Greyhounds goal scored by Jackson DeCumba.
Here's an opportunity for Joseph. His left foot, and it slides wide. You certainly would like to see the Wildcats respond well here. That was an excellent play by Duluth East. DeComba did a nice job of running off of that spot kick and timing it just right so that he was able to take it in stride and stay onside. Wildcats were caught napping. Nobody came out as that run was starting. Nobody anticipated and nobody got in front of him. Here's an opportunity for Downs. Downs lays it off, and it's sent wide. Duluth East 4th shot of the game. Shot of the half. Second shot on goal this half. 4 shots, 2 on goal. That was not on goal. Wildcats need to step here. We have an offside call. We have an over and back offside on Greyhounds. So good discipline there, back there between Jensen and Cron. Cron hoofs it forward. Gets through to Jensen, but it's sent away. Ty with it, comes off his foot. Wallerstein on the outside, Cron watching him. Wallerstein sent it towards the middle. Cron doing a nice job there, earns the free kick. Nicely done by the crafty senior. Nicely done by the crafty senior. He plays the ball and turns so that Wallerstein has to foul him in order to try to maintain possession of the ball. He climbs on his back and takes him down. I hope Wallerstein's injury isn't serious. Hopefully it's just a bit of a knock. I want to talk about our gold sponsors here for Eagan Soccer as well. Gold sponsors this year for the boys and girls program: Birchwood Dental, Rami Cormont at Coldwell Banker, Divine Salon, Dunn Brothers Coffee, John and Melanie Willie at Edina Realty, North Oaks Blast Soccer Club, and the Urgency Room. Thank you to all of our gold sponsors making our program and these broadcasts possible.
Duluth East, number 7, Evan Tomzak back in, going off. David Wallerstein, number 6.
Wallerstein's going to step aside with a tweak, and Tomzak's going to come in for him.
Larson, number 3.
We're going to see McKinnon and Larson. McKinnon replaced Caden Larson on the far side. Ty had the ball for a moment, but Duluth East jumped it very quickly. Jensen's going to draw the foul there. Nicely done by Jensen.
Foul called on the Greyhounds.
Again, anytime the attacking player goes over the back or on the back of the defender, it's going to be a relatively easy call for the official.
Parker Jensen, number 22.
Jensen's going to stand over the ball and hoof it forward. Wildcats have got to step to this ball. Okoro now with it. Ty trying to watch him there. Okoro sends it wide.
Shot taken by Ama Okoro, number 9, is wide.
Nice left foot by Okoro, but it was wide. Just over 22 minutes now to remaining in the game. Wildcats 2-2 with the Duluth East Greyhounds. And before the game, if you had suggested that these two teams would be tied this late in the game, I think the Wildcats certainly, and their young team would certainly have taken it. Nicely done there by Johnson. I think we're going to have another substitution here. It's going to slow down things a little bit.
Duluth East substitution, David Wallerstein, number 6, returns.
I want to say thank you to everybody joining us here on ETV or on the stream or here on YouTube. Josh Sibley is our producer. We have Dylan Strupp with us today, Joe Chupik, and Aaron Thomas here as part of the ETV crew. Broadcasting, and certainly the intent to broadcast all of the home varsity soccer games this year, as well as all of the home football games. First football game is next Friday, or I should say this. I guess it's this coming Friday since we're on a Friday. This coming Friday, the Wildcats football team will be playing the Park Wolfpack from Cottage Grove. Villasenor back in at the center mid position. Get a sense that the Wildcats need to do a good job here of stepping. Oh, here's a great play. Nice job that time by Woodley to come out. Someone's going to have to cover the goal. Oh, nicely done there by Woodley to come out and play that ball. Great effort by, I think it was, I'm going to have to get the number here in just a moment, but great effort by Duluth East. And I think that was Beckett Sherman who came in on Woodley. Nicely worked. That was beautiful. Here's Sy with an opportunity. He can take him on. He's going to try to slide it fine. Left foot, and it's in the net. Oh, Derek Sy, it was off of one of the defenders, and Sy slides it into net, and it's 3-2. And Jacob Tran is going to get his first varsity point. Jacob Tran with the assist to Derek Sy here in the 60th minute. And these Wildcats, you have to describe their performance today as plucky. These young Wildcats doing an excellent job of hanging with this senior-laden team. Worrying signs, though, as I look out, I see at least one Wildcats player asking for a substitution.
The second goal of the game, number 10, Derek Sy.
But the thing about Sy and these goals is these goals look so, it doesn't look like it's anything. It doesn't look like it's really going to go in. It doesn't look like it's super dangerous. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, as Michael Johnson gets booked here in the 61st minute for his trip. We're going to stop the clock. But these Derek Sy goals just don't look like they're going to explode. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the rocket comes off of his left foot, and it's in the net. And there's just not a whole lot you can do about it. Now, is Duluth East going to do the same thing they did before? Johnson with his first yellow card of his varsity career. Hoffman standing over the ball, about 34 yards out. As the Greyhounds crash. Oh, here's a great opportunity. Oh, and it's in. Oh, and it's in. What a beautiful, beautiful free kick. The first shot was saved by Woodley. But then the rebound was put home. And we'll have to see who got that. I think it was Aiden Olson. Senior captain Aiden Olson, I think it was, but we'll get the official scoring here in a moment. Wallerstein from Hoffman. In the 61st minute.
Goal was scored by number 10, Derek Sy. The assist, number 19, Jacob Tran at 59-29. And then scoring
so Kai Hoffman setting up David Wallerstein.
6, David Wallerstein. The assist to number 11, Kai Hoffman.
And it's 3-3. From a neutral standpoint, you can't ask for anything more. This game has been incredibly entertaining. What a beautiful free kick from Hoffman. Great save by Woodley on the initial, but then the defense just let him down and could not get the clearance. We have another foul here on the Wildcats. As we said earlier, Wildcats have to continue to do a good job of being aggressive and marking. As Woodley comes out for that ball. Nicely done by Isaac Woodley. He has had, despite the fact that 3 goals have been scored, he's had an excellent game. You definitely want to see the Wildcats winning a few balls in the air and making sure that they're doing what they can here to remain competitive. 2 goals from Sy, 1 goal from Cron. The scores for the Duluth East Greyhounds: Hoffman, Wallerstein, and DeComba. We have another free kick here for the Greyhounds, about 35 yards out.
The Wildcats, free kick for the Greyhounds.
And the ball goes wide, hit the outside post.
Header for number 11, Kai Hoffman is wide, goal kick, Wildcats.
Wildcats have got to do better on those set-piece defense. That was a free header. Ball was just steered wide. Might have gotten away with a handball there. Well, Cron needs to step there to that ball a little more quickly. Cron now with the clearance. Sy coming back for it. Sorry, but bit of a chuckle there. Hackenmuller ran over the defender, got upended. Villasenor on the overlap run. That ball's going to be played out. That's going to go for a corner. And what a strange series of events that was. Hackenmuller got upended by running over someone, no call, which there shouldn't have been. And then a very confusing set of passes and things. Now Villasenor is going to stand over this ball, leading to a Villasenor corner. Egan's first of this half. Villasenor sends it in. Wildcats could not win it. On the far side, that's Evan Siljan battling over there. You have to get a sense with 16:23 remaining here in the regulation in the half. Wildcats certainly happy with this result. They're playing even in this second half, despite the fact they've given up 3 goals. They're still playing some excellent soccer. Contact there. Center referee adjudged it fairly. Oh, he steps in. Hackenmuller steps in. Absolutely injured.
Whistle prior to the shot.
Don't think there was a foul there.
East.
Not sure if there was a foul called or not. We'll have to see what the referee does. The referee is calling a foul, not in the contact with Hackenmuller, but the contact with Sy. So the Wildcats are going to have a free kick here from about 20 yards out. This is a very promising position. They're far out enough. If they can get up and down, they're going to be successful and be able to put this on frame.
Number 18, Nicholas Cron.
Cron's going to stand over it along with Villaseñor. They're going to talk about it. Hackenmuller unmarked in the middle. Now he draws some coverage.
Out of bounds off the Wildcats. Goal kick.
It was a set play. Cron was rolling it to a teammate. The teammate missed it. Frustration evident with Cron. Golden opportunity wasted by the Wildcats to put one on frame.
Substitution for Duluth East. Back in the game, Grady Downs, number 3.
6 fouls for the Wildcats this half. 4 for the Duluth East Greyhounds. Like I said, don't want to give up too many opportunities like that. Cron with his speed is able to come back and play that ball to the outside. Nicely done. Tran watching the far side. Gonna have to step in front of the ball. No shot. Okoro with it now. Has it played, and it's deflected out of bounds off the Greyhounds. If you had to rate the halves, you would say this half isn't quite as good as the first for the Wildcats, if only because they've given up 3 goals, but they've also scored 2. The game is tied. Whatever the result here from here on out with 14 minutes to go, Wildcats have to be feeling good about the way they're playing. Sy looking for Jensen, couldn't find him. But here's Villaseñor pressuring the ball. Here's Tran overlapping. Villaseñor has it taken away from him. That ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be an Eagan Wildcat throw. I certainly like the use of Cron at the center back position. Again, he played there as a sophomore his first varsity season, played the entire year as a center back, and with the firepower that the Duluth East Greyhounds have, you hate to take Cron out of wherever he is. Oh, here's a lovely move. Nice play. Let's see if Tran's got an opportunity here. Tran sends it in. It's deflected out, and we're going to have a corner. But that was a lovely 1-2 between Villaseñor and Tran. But using Cron in that center back position is unusual. It certainly gives up the ability of using him as a forward to score goals, although he has scored today, as we've seen. But in any event, it's definitely a smart move by Coach Foley. Ball comes in. It's into the goal. It's in the goal. It's in the goal. It's Davis Hackenmuller, the sophomore, curls it in. I'm not sure that it hit any other Eagan player. I think he curled that in off the goal. We're going to have to get the official count, but everyone's celebrating as if that's Davis Hackenmuller's first varsity goal. In the 68th minute, and as soon as the school's fight song is done playing, we're going to get an update here. Hackenmuller was on the free kick on the corner.
Scoring for the Wildcats, an unassisted goal scored by number 6, Davis Hackenmuller. It is unassisted in the 68th minute. The time of the goal, 67
unassisted by Davis Hackenmuller in the 68th minute.
Wildcats
ahead 4-3. Again, from a neutral standpoint, this game has had everything. We've had yellow cards, we've had goals, we've had beautiful goals, we've had crazy goals. Entertainment value very, very high. The fans definitely getting their money's worth. Wildcats need to possess this ball a little bit. Tran's got an opportunity here. Tran's going to shoulder to shoulder there with the Duluth East player. Cy with it. He's going to get bumped, and they're going to call that one. That was a little from behind. Just over 11 minutes now remaining in the game, and the Wildcats, if they can possess this ball, continue to play the way they've played in this half, have an excellent opportunity to be honest, take a victory that I'm not sure any neutral observers would have necessarily given them.
Greyhounds free kick for the Wildcats.
Tran's free kick comes in. It's played away by the Greyhounds. Nicely done by Cron to come over. Joseph was far forward, as was Brossow.
Substitution for the Greyhounds.
Check that's
Tomzak, number 7.
Siljan at the far side. I'm not sure with a 1-goal lead why the outside backs are so far forward. Understand the need to remain aggressive, but there's aggressive and then there's intelligent. Those outside backs need to keep their shape. Ball gets played out by Cron. And this is a situation where the Wildcats have given up goals in these types of situations where there's been they've scored and the Duluth East Greyhounds have come back down to open up an opportunity. Tomzak with it, has it taken off his foot. Now they're looking for Peterson in the middle. Peterson with it on the outside, watched by Joseph. Ball's going to roll harmlessly over for a goal kick. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game. Be a real test of maturity for this Eagan Wildcat team, this young team. Can they see out this game? And center referee Sonor Dogan warning Isaac Woodley about time wasting. I'm not sure there was a little bit of a play there. I'm not sure about that, but we've got a foul on Hackenmuller here at the center. And the fouls keep piling up for the Wildcats.
Called on the Wildcats. A free kick for Duluth East is upcoming.
And if you're a Wildcat supporter, you look at this, you look at these free kicks and these set piece plays here by the Duluth East Greyhounds, and they have been dangerous. Ball gets hoofed forward, ball falls. They have an opportunity here. It's taken away and cleared out, that time by Lennertz. And they're going to get Cy for a push. And that's a good call. He did push in the back. Again, I'm not sure what Lennertz is upset about. That was a good call. But it leads to another set-piece play, which, again, is one of those things that the Wildcats have not always done a great job of marking up on.
Eden Olsen, number 5, on the kick.
Joseph was going to come out with it. He's got to keep that closer to his feet. Hackenmuller's going to hoof it forward. Nicely done that time. Nicely done there by Wallerstein. Check that. That was Aiden Olsen. Nice defense by Olsen on Cy to take the ball but not concede the free kick. Comes back for Kramer. Joseph battling there. Ball's going to get flipped. It's going to run out of bounds. Cron with the throw. Looking for Hackenmuller. Couldn't find him, though. Cron's going to be intelligent here. He's got to keep that ball out of the middle. And the ball's going to slide wide. Wildcats lucky there. That was a bit of an ant scramble defensively. 3 Wildcats had a chance at it. None of the 3 of them were able to get a clear foot to it. And as the time ticks down, Wildcats become even more and more desperate to get good clearances whenever they have the ball. There's a nice flick on by Siljan. Oh, here's an opportunity for Cy. Cy's going to win this race. Oh, Cy tried to play it across, but he mistimed it. Ball's going to come. Everybody is offsides. Cron doing the smart thing, waiting to play it because he knew that Cron knew that everybody on the field in white on that half of the field was offsides. So he was basically waiting and daring them to come play the ball. Smart, heady play that time by the senior.
Great team, Nicholas Cron on that kick.
And ball's going to go out of bounds again. Not sure why Jack Joseph is running at full speed up to take this throw. It's almost as if they don't know that they have a 1-goal lead. Hackenmuller with it. Plays ahead for Jensen. Hackenmuller again. Nice turn. Good defense that time by Larkin. Okoro with it. Leonard's is going to try to knock Okoro off the ball. Can't. Now he is, and then he's going to draw a foul. Leonard's is going to have to be careful. He's going to get booked. This is unfortunate. Nothing really in that, but Leonard's is going to get booked because he's breaking up the...
The clock is stopped by the center referee. The yellow card caution is being issued.
Leonard's is going to have to leave the field. It's unfortunate. Nothing in that, really, but breaking up the attack. And Okoro's a skilled player. Referees have to protect the skilled players. Can't say that Okoro's been fouled very much in this game, so I have to think that was not necessarily persistent infringement or anything of that nature, really just breaking up the promising attack. But again, this is another free kick, this time from about 40 yards out. And the Greyhounds have demonstrated that they have absolutely the ability to score from these free kick set-piece situations.
Previously for the Greyhounds back in, Jackson Tacumba, number 10.
Tacumba comes back in. Let's see what magic they have up their sleeves. Punched away by Woodley. It falls, and now it's over the top of the bar.
Ball out of bounds. Goal kick, Wildcats.
Wildcats have not had as many shots on goal this half as the Greyhounds. Greyhounds have certainly had more shots and more shots on goal.
Clock resumes.
Here's Mckinnon with it on the far side. Nice tackle by Mckinnon. Finds his teammate. Then promptly the ball is lost. Eagan's got to find a way to possess this ball. Foul on Villasenor. Check that. That's Tran.
Free kick for the Greyhounds.
Foul on Tran. We're going to see Leonard's coming back onto the field here in just a moment. Clearance by Cron. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Not sure they're going to. Yep, they're not going to let Eagan sub on a Duluth East throw. Duluth East now chasing the game a bit. Header by Jensen away. All by himself. I think that's Wallerstein. Going for the header. And we got a handball. Handball on the Greyhounds.
Free kick for the Wildcats.
Free kick for the Wildcats taken quickly for some unexplained reason. Oh, he's wrong-footed. Oh, what a magnificent stop by Woodley. Unfortunate there for Tacumba. He had the ball, got wrong-footed, still was able to get a shot. Magnificent skill from the senior. Here's Sy with an opportunity down the sideline. He's one-on-one. Sy's going to take a shot from a distance. Jensen with it. Now Jensen's going to play it back for Joseph. Joseph needs to control. Sends it back over for Sy. Sy with it. Sy's going to earn the corner.
Shot taken, Derek Sy, number
3 minutes, just over 3 minutes remaining. Clock does get stopped inside 5 minutes for substitutions. Leonard's is going to come on for Tran. At least that's what we thought was going to happen. Yes, and Tran will be removed. Tran picked up a bit of a knock.
The Wildcats back
we'll see if
Ryan Leonard's number 9.
See how hopefully he's fine. He's just limping off.
19,
Leonard's
Tran.
coming on.
Corner kick for the Wildcats.
It's a corner kick from the Wildcats. The Hackenmuller will stand over it.
6 of the game.
As soon as he kicks the ball, clock will be running at 3 minutes. Jensen finds a head to it. Ball's going to roll out of bounds, and we're going to have a goal kick.
Goal kick upcoming for Duluth East.
Big test of maturity for these Wildcats. Can they see out this remaining 3 minutes? As Kramer puts it in play. Jensen on the far side. He's going to look for Villasenor in the middle. Villasenor loses the ball. Transition has to come back now. Cron with it, cleaning it up at the back. Lennertz has it. Well done by Lennertz. Tomzak got taken down, but clean tackle from Lennertz. Lennertz lost his shin pad. And the ball is played well across the field, switching to Sy. I'd like to see Sy take this ball down into the corner. Not sure. It's almost as if they don't know that they're ahead by a goal with less than 2 minutes to go. I'd like to see some soccer sense here by the players. Bench should be screaming at them to control this ball and maintain possession of it. Whole series of headers. Okoro's going to steps away again. It's played to safety by Cron. Cron dumped for his trouble. 1:30 now remain. Duluth East doing their best to get this ball forward as much as possible. Okoro looking for it. Woodley comes out. Contact with the keeper. Woodley thinks it was a foul. It wasn't, according to the center referee. The ball's hoofed forward. Villasenor loses the ball 50 yards from goal. It should be all hands to the pump now for defense for the Wildcats. As Tomzak is over there with it now.
In the second half. 1 minute.
Lennertz with it. Jensen with it. Jensen's going to have it skitter off his foot. Again, should be all hands to the defense. Not sure why. That's it. Nicely done by Peyton Jensen. Smart. Oh, Jensen's got to come up with the ball. And it deflects off of Duluth East. Hackenmuller needs to take his time here. Look for Sy. Less than 30 seconds now remain in the game. Duluth East desperately chasing for a goal. Wildcats have to challenge every shot, and the ball is over the top. Should be it. Less than 10 seconds to go. Surely the Wildcats will see this free. As Woodley hoofs it towards midfield, and the game is over. A 4-3 victory to the Wildcats over the, frankly, heavily favored Greyhounds. These Wildcats absolutely playing their best game of the year, and certainly for the Wildcats, a lot to feel good about coming out of this soccer game.
And our guest today, the Duluth East Greyhounds.
Duluth East showed their skill, especially in the second half, but it just wasn't quite enough. Man of the match, certainly, in my mind, you have two candidates, Derek Sy with his 2 goals, and Isaac Woodley, and it certainly, in my mind, has to be Isaac Woodley. He kept these Wildcats in the game several times with some great saves and some heady play. Nicely done for the Wildcats. And for the Wildcats, their next game, as I said, Tuesday, September 7th at Bloomington Kennedy. That will not be broadcast here on ETV. September 9th, a Thursday, will be the first conference game against Rosemount. We will be broadcasting that. The Wildcats coming over now to appreciate and to receive a bit of appreciation from their fans on this rainy day. Bit of home weather for the Duluth East Greyhounds, no question. But the reality of it is that they're going to go home without a victory. Don't think that they had that drawn up on the chalkboard that way. 4-3 to the Wildcats. Thanks very much for joining us here on ETV. My name is Nathan Cron, and we'll see you next time.
Stadium at 89th and Queen in Bloomington. That's a 5 o'clock start for the